My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, so today we celebrate the great feast of archangels. So who are the archangels? I'll ask a lot of questions today. Who are the archangels? Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. And do you know the name? Do you know the meanings of these angels? Oh, some of them know. So what's the meaning of Gabriel?
Messenger.
Strength of God, or God is my strength. What's the meaning of Raphael or Raphael?
Healer.
The healer. God is the healer. And what is the word meaning for Michael?
Who is like God.
Who is like God? The answer itself is there in that question. There is no one like God. My dear brothers and sisters, I was meditating upon the names of these three angels and their duties and the thing that they were doing. I could find a lot of characteristics in the life of Father Mario which we can see as the characters that we can see in the life of these angels. Angel Gabriel, the strength of God. Do you think Father Mario was very weak all the time? Can anyone say that, oh, he was very lazy, a weak guy? Can you say like that?
No.
I haven't seen such a strong priest any time in my life. Yes, come on. This was he. Very strong person. He can never be weak. Even when he was sick, he was not permitting me to do the dishwashing in the rectory. He would say, do not argue with your pastor. Get lost here. Get away from here. That's what he used to say. My dear brothers and sisters, very strong person. And he is not just strong outside physically, but he was very strong inside. Very strong inside. Whoever has seen Father Mario and interacted with him, they will know this guy is very compassionate, very loving, but he is also very strong. If I do some kind of mischief, he's going to break my faces. There's no doubt in him. Someday he used to tell me, I will break your faces. Angel Gabriel, the powerful hand of God, always brought good news to people. When I was coming to the St. Patrick, Father Mario had that, special love and affection. And I heard about him from someone that he is a strong guy. He can take you and throw you to the wall. So I was really very much worried. Oh my gosh, I'm going to such a priest. And I, was in dilemma to decide whether it's nice to go here. And at the same time, Father Mario received a message from someone that Father Sijo is not a person with whom you can live with. I do not know what's the mistake that I did. But somehow that news was given to Father Mario one time. And Father Mario said, you don't have to care about it, I will take care of it. And that's the only reason, my dear brothers and sisters, I'm here in front of you. I would think, if instead of Father Mario, whoever be the pastor, I don't know about Father Barnes, if someone comes and tells him that Father Sijo is not a person with whom you can live with in the rectory, Father Barnes or any pastor would say, oh, okay, then it's better to send someone else here. I don't want that guy. Don't you think so? I'm not talking about Father Barnes, I'm talking about other pastors. You don't have to say the truth now. You can say it later. So my dear brothers and sisters, no one but Father Mario. He met me on the first day in the month of April when I came in here. The first thing, he hugged me. He kissed on my shoulder. And the first sentence he says, I love you with all my heart. I was thinking, he doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know much about me. He hasn't seen me any time. We haven't met any time. But he's just coming and hugging me, kissing on my shoulder, and telling me, I love you with all my heart. Welcome to St. Patrick. I was thinking, oh, In India, like, we don't kiss like that, especially men to men. So my first time I was saying, oh my God, what is this? But from that time, never he stopped hugging me and kissing me whenever he saw me in the rectory. I could really feel that he is the good news for the time being in my life. And that good news cannot be forgotten any time in my life, my dear brothers and sisters. Angel Gabriel brought the good news to people from God, especially to Mary, to the world. A Savior is going to be here. That good news cannot be forgotten by the world any time in the history or in the future. The same thing for me. I can never forget that good news I could find in Father Mario. I love you with all my heart. I love you with all my heart. That is Angel Gabriel's characteristics we can find in Mario. A strong person, and a bringer of good news. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord for Father Mario.
Praise
We
the
have
Lord.
as our pastor for a long time. And my dear brothers and sisters, Raphael. What's the meaning of Raphael? The healer. The healer. And we know the story in the book of Tobit, where he heals Tobias and goes as a companion. We know about Father Mario. He has healed a lot of wounds in the body and in the heart. A lot of people, I know that, had gone away from the church, especially from St. Patrick, from the time like all those kinds of big issues happened in the church. But when Father Mario came in with his personality, with his love and generosity, he brought back a lot of people into this church. I can see those, great heart people here sitting just because the inspiration they received from Father Mario. Saint Raphael, he was a healer. He healed the wounds of people. Father Mario always healed. And he became a best companion. Raphael was being a great companion, going with Tobias. And Father Mario, yesterday after Bible study, someone was telling me, she was telling me, Father Mario, though he talks in the crowd, but he will make us feel that in that room only you and Father Mario is present. Too personal was his relationships. Too personal. Whether it's to his mom, whether it's to his brothers and sisters, whether it's to his fellow priests, whether it is to his parishioners, everyone experienced Father Mario too close, personally. And that is the virtue of companionship. And when there is companionship, all time they will be worried about us. I used to get messages whenever I do not see Father, whenever I do not come downstairs for having dinner or something. Bro, are you alright? Are you okay? Do you want me to come upstairs and ask you for that? All time he used to send me text, are you alright? Are you okay? Do you need something? And this is the companionship we need. This is the companionship we need. Because we all have ups and downs in our lives. We all have ups and downs in our life. We all are not perfect. Being a priest, I cannot say that I am like an angel, I am perfect. I just came down from heaven. No, I have my problems. I have my emotional issues. I have my own ups and downs in my life. And I like to hear the words of Father Mario. Bro, are you alright? Don't forget that I love ya. He don't say I love you. I love ya.
I love you.
I don't know how come he. And yesterday when I was talking to Ma, she also said I love ya. Then I got how come he get that I love ya. My brothers and sisters, he was doing a ministry like Saint Raphael. Now the third one, Saint Michael. We know Father Mario introduced that prayer in his church, Saint Michael's prayer. He was the fighter against the evil, and we heard from today's first reading. My brothers and sisters, Father Mario might have done a lot of exorcisms. Yes, done a lot of exorcisms. And he has always been a fearful person in front of the devil. He was so strong. I used to see him every day morning coming to the chapel, praying for hours. I used to see him maybe in the afternoon, 3 to 4, coming for the holy hour and praying again. I used to see him all the time whenever I come for Bible study, some ministry, sitting in the chapel, praying the rosary, raising his hand, saying, "Fourth mystery is for you, bro, don't forget that." And he used to pray. Pray. Whatever be the human side of Father Mario, I like to see greater the divine side, which makes him, working the ministry like a priest. And it is so much connected to our personal life. One day I was sitting with Father Mario in the chapel, and we were discussing about a lot of things. So he was sharing a lot of things from his, past. Some of the things, he had to pay really so much to become that strong. When he was against the evil, he had to pay for it. He was sharing some of those experiences with me and was sitting in that couch and crying like a baby. At the end he stood up and he came and put his head on my shoulder, and he was like crying like anything. I also was crying with him, sharing a lot of past memories. I cannot forget those moments anytime in my life. It's not because I was so happy to see him crying, but more than that, how much he loved the people he lived with. So when I say all these things, you need to know my relationship is just 3.5 months. So I'm just imagining how much strong will be his relationship with all of you. And when I think about Father Frank, for years and years, how much he lived that companionship, that love, strong relationship they had each other. And I can feel how Father Frank always miss our dear Father Mario. I used to feel so much, painful when I see the pain with Father Frank always take up, because he lost the best person from his life. I can never become a Mario in the life of Father Frank. I can never become a Mario in front of you. But it's the only thing that I can try in the same way. We all need to try our level best to make him proud. He has shown us a way. He has accomplished his mission. But we are like, Mary and Joseph crying to the Lord, why this is happening? And Mario must be telling us, why are you worried about me? I have to do a lot of work in the house of my God, as child Jesus said to Mary and Joseph. Why are you worried? So I was telling all the time to people, Mario is now working from home.
Yeah.
He's working from home. Maybe we all are having some type of contagious disease. He's like during the COVID-19, we were like having that, working from home. And he's now working from home. The day when I came to know about this news, in my whiteboard, I wrote, Mario is gone, and a broken heart I made. Even now, I haven't wiped it. Whenever I see that one, I remember, physically he's gone. But he cannot go away from this community. He cannot go away from any of us without helping us, without hearing us, without feeling of pain. He will be working from home. He'll be working from home. I'm not telling that everything is sure, 100% perfectly, I know. I don't say that. But I just share my experience, how holy he was. But I know the ministry that he was doing is always the ministry of God, which is entrusted to him. We are called today, my dear brothers and sisters, to continue that ministry, to make Father Mario proud, to go in search of the lost, least, and lost, heal the wounds, be a strong companion who will be fighting against the evils that are attacking our brothers and sisters, and share the best love with them, saying, I love you with all my heart. May Jesus bless each and every one of us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.